Shaquille Monster. Hi. How you doing, Pepper? Hello. Today we'll be doing we're going to be doing some work on the layout as right now, I think, since we got this done, I think we're going to work on the yard and drawing. As I'm going to move Smokey Joe. So we're going to be using some pencils to be drawing lines very delicately so we can lay the foam down and put this section piece right here and have a siding go all the way down. But that's in the near future. Right now, since we got this, I want to do the back. So let's get started. Got the silicone ready. I grab my pencil sharpener. That. And you can't forget the magic touch. There it is. Yoink. So without further ado, we're going to continue drawing this line, and we're going to make sure all this goes straight to this spot right here, which is where the line ends. So let's get to it. What do you think, Pepper? Is this not looking good or what? Alright, so there's a few moments in that little time lapse that I flinched. The silicone works really well. It's really strong on the foam, but it is intense with its scent. And I would not recommend smelling it, but it will get a whiff in your nose. So anyhow, we're going to get another box of Woodland Scenic roadbed and continue on our little journey with making it, because this is a full roll 24. This is all, so I have no doubt that I'm gonna have extra for future stuff. All right, let's get to it. All right, if we go to my lucky drawer, here is a full box of it. Woodland track bed. Me and Papa got it out and look at it, but it just looks really good. It's not plain track anymore. On the wood, it just looks awesome. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, now since I have this backstretch done, now it's time for the exciting part, getting all this hooked up, connected with track, and to figure out where the junction's gonna go, which will involve these switches, where locomotives can run through them, so we can switch to different tracks. I do have 2 separate controllers, so there's some clear Atlas connectors that don't connect the track. So what I'm thinking is that this goes there, and we're gonna need some rails. But if we just split it right, if I just take that and put it here and put that there, got some rails that are right there. And then we can take this little beat of foam and put it right there, so everything's like that. But there's another little switch back here for this little 4x8 layout that is like, it goes right here where that is, and for a better understanding, put that up there. Most of the straights that are not flex track from Atlas is Atlas 9. So that's basically like that. So I'm technically I just need to flip this around right here, connect you there, and boom, we have the almost back done with that. So we're gonna I'll mess around a little bit, try and get some rails for this. But without further ado, let's get started on that. Before I forget, what I do is how to not make the silicone get dried. So what I do is what my father does, he takes a nail with some tweezers so it doesn't get off, and then he puts it in there, so that way it doesn't get clogged up and it's easy to remove. Like so. I'm done with it right now. I'm gonna just get the pack all straightened out and nailed down, and basically that's it. That's done. I'm gonna be rolling some rolling stock over the switch, make sure everything works. I'm gonna use this Bachmann Tom's Friends flatbed to do that. Alright, here we go. Oh, whoop. That might have been derailed. Let's try that again. Rolls over perfectly. High speeds? Yep. Alright, then we're gonna use this lifelike? I don't know. It's some sort of log dispenser. Alright, rolls over perfectly. Now we're gonna do the longer flatbed of a Coca-Cola Express. Alright, this needs a little lubricant, or probably just some stuff blocking the wheels. Anyway, that worked. Now, since all this is done, we're gonna nail the track down. Alright, so I ran a locomotive through, everything worked just fine. Now I'm going to take this flex piece of track and lay it down here. So then we're able to connect it and put some nails in through. And basically we were almost able to run a full length of track for my locomotives. Now mind you, this is only a start, not a full length. Alright, so this is the start. I'm able to run locomotives. Dalton is he likes to watch my trains go around the track, so I'm trying to get at least a loop done. Hopefully the inner loop, so I can get that track going. Anywho, what I use is I got a toolkit and it came with a whole bunch of stuff, and this hammer we can use to hammer nails down on through the foam and onto the table. Like so that it's all hooked up. And now I'm going to do this off camera, and then we're going to run at least a train. So I lied. I got the track nailed down. It's nice and firm, but I still got to lay this down. So according to that, I'm going to need to take these scissors and cut this end off right here. And then it'll be able to fit under here and work as a, if I can get it under there. So it can stick there, but there's not enough room for one, so I'm going to stick another thing under there. And another thing, so that way we can work with that. So there's all that under there, so ballast can be set down. Anyway, I'm going to get a locomotive, go through the sidings and stuff, and that way we are able to finish this off. Alright. The locomotive I'm going to use for this is just a little switcher. This is one of my first American steam locomotive. It's this Atlantic Santa Fe 060, and I recently just cut that off because it liked to hop on the junctions, but it doesn't do that anymore. And now I'm going to set it on the track so that we can see how well this is. So we're going to start with the inner line. Then we're going to move our way to the junction. Alright. That way. Alright. So you're going to hear the clickety clacks as it makes its way toward destination. Alright, inner line. Done. We're at least gonna have to go 50. Now we're gonna switch this. We're gonna switch these and see how she goes on them. All right. Smooth. That's just smooth. A nice little crossover as well. Alright, we're going to return the locomotive back to its rolling stock, and they'll be... Alright, I'm going to stop that here. Alright, so this is a big success, as this means I'm a step closer to finishing up the track plan for the layout. It's taken me so long just to get this done. Well, I hadn't had the stuff in it, really. But anywho, I got starting on this, then the loops are going to be done, then the siding's going to be next. There's a long siding going from here all the way to this. So that'll be a fun little thing to do. Ballast will be next on the list after we get a turntable installed, wired, hooked up, and a whole bunch of sidings hooked up with. Anyway, that'll be it for. Hope you subscribe and like, and I'm hoping Dawn's okay.